Alright. Ugh. Sorry if I sound a little groggy. I just woke up. But we are here for our favorite time of the, well, I would say of the month, but it's not like every month that this happens, but we're here with the World Tournament. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, pretty much like the last 2 or 3 World Tournaments, I did not, like, grind at all, but I'm, like, somewhat motivated, I guess, to grind out this one, and at least see how far I can get. But then again, a lot of times it's like, I clear all the missions, and then I end up basically, I lose all motivation to keep going after that, because it's like, after you clear all the missions, really, you don't necessarily need to keep grinding, I feel like, after that point. Let's see, where is Namekians? There we go. That way we can just pick Piccolo every time. Now let's set up our items. This. I need an orb item in case we have to rely on Majin Vegeta for. So yeah, we'll just do that, and we'll do. I'll bring this too. Okay. Alright. So this is the team I'm going to be running, in case anyone wants to pause frame or keep it. This is technically not the best team to get the most points. I guess if I had to very quickly show off what team I would run if I wanted to get the most points. Because basically the way World Tournament works is you get more points based on higher cost of your LRs, and free-to-play LRs, as we see right here, are the biggest costing units. Their cost is 99. So you really want to run like a lot of free-to-play LRs. So, you know, you want to run those 3. You get all the cost from them, and then you can run like basically like you kind of want like a full LR team. So like you want to run that Broly, because he's a really good AoE and he's free to play. And then the other AoE that you can bring Super Buu, you can bring the Int Goku, even though I don't recommend the Int base Goku, because for some reason his AoE animation is very slow, but that's just what I've personally noticed. And then I think Majin Vegeta is probably the best person to bring here. You could also bring Bulma. Bulma's pretty nice to have on these teams. And then obviously you have to bring Mid Junior. Even though he's on LR, he's by far the best unit for the World Tournament, because he has an AoE active that allows you to basically finish up like immediately. So where is Majin Vegeta? Did I like skip past him? There he is. So yeah, so like this would be the team I would run if I wanted the most points. The only reason I'm not running this team is because with this team, the junior's only getting a 120 leader skill, and that leads to sometimes him not being able to wipe the field, which means overall you're gonna go slower. But you know, you would get like if you never run into that issue, which you know you could get lucky and basically Mid Junior will wipe regardless. You'll have it anyways. Do I have Int Spirit Bomb Goku? I do. I just don't like use it. Like here, I'll use him this first run. I'll put him on the team just to show it off, but I just don't like using him because he has like his AoE animation is kind of slow. Like I don't necessarily know how to explain it, but I can show it off. So let's go ahead and jump in. But yeah, it's just like his AoE animation, it takes a very long time compared to something like, I know STR Piccolo's AoE animation is very fast. So I guess let me just show it off real quick here. So let's use a Ghost Usher. I think he needs to be kind of at 24 key to do a lot of damage, but he should be able to wipe the field regardless. But so like you'll be able to tell right here with the AoE animation. So it's like, as you can see, like every time a unit gets KO'd, it plays this like kind of long-ish animation. And I know it might not seem like a lot, but when it comes to World Tournament and how fast you're trying to go, every little second like counts basically for your sanity. So that's why I wouldn't recommend running him. But again, if he is one of your only AoE units that you have, then I would say go for it for sure. You also have this free-to-play Krillin, which is also really good. Oh, I'm already not looking forward to grinding this World Tournament, I'm not gonna lie with you. It's a shame that this Goku gets downplayed very hard since his release due to how underwhelming his kit is. Yeah, I think it was also just like the timing of his release was just not, I don't know what the devs were thinking, releasing like that many base Gokus in a row. Not only that, also I feel like kind of played into it a little bit. It's just the fact that he was released like right after another base Goku, and like the other base Goku was honestly better than this guy when like released. So I feel like if they would have just waited on releasing this guy just a little bit, and then also and I mean, if they would have waited on releasing him, they probably would have made him better. So it's just like, it would have been just better for him if he didn't get released last year. Like if he would have gotten released this year, that would have been way better for him. There's gonna be a lot of voice cracks in the beginning of the stream because I just woke up and alright. I just need to keep drinking some water, and then I'll eventually clear up. Get me junior. Oh yeah. I feel like if you just have a junior, honestly, that's honestly the only unit you really need for World Tournament nowadays, because you just, you know, you get on turn with him, you pop this, and he pretty much will kill every time. Then even if he doesn't kill, he action breaks everybody, so you like, he basically gives you a ghost usher as well, just in case you don't kill, which is really good. Why is it giving me AGL Omega? What the hell? That was a weird friend to recommend. Do that. Do this. And do this. Boom. This might sound really annoying, but actually, let me just mute while I do this. while I was eating my lemon loaf, as you can see that turn we didn't fully wipe the field. And that's mainly because of the 120 liter skill that the what's called Guinea Force provides. But I feel like whenever you run like Piccolo's own team and give him his own like 200%, he will pretty much always wipe out the field. Like even without critting, I think his attack on his own team is just way too high, I think, to not be able to one-shot. So even though I feel like you get less points from using this team overall, it's still worth it to just do this team instead. You can also do stuff with this Piccolo, which I also don't know which is faster. Like, what was faster this turn? Popping the juniors active or doing this? Because even though this guy has to do like his super attack animation, like look at how fast the AoE is, just like that, boom. And again, he's also another unit that's like always guaranteed to wipe the field because he guaranteed crits. And when you have a unit that guaranteed crits, it pretty much translates to everybody dies. Man, I really need to get a better chair. The amount of squeaks and squacks this chair does when I record videos or stuff. I feel like I can see it picking up on the mic every time it happens, and it's just kind of funny. But it's like literally any slight movement I make in the chair, it like decides to make a noise. It's so annoying. Oh, sorry. You know, maybe doing World Tournament right when I wake up is not the brightest idea. But oh well, we ball. Yeah, Broly should be able to kill here. Like Broly might not kill in one super, but this Broly guaranteed double supers against multiple enemies, so even if he doesn't kill with this first super, then he has a guaranteed additional coming. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Please don't attack right away. Cool. Thank you. And basically with the way this team is set up, like, you know, these guys, the Guinea Force units support, and I mean, I guess the only unit they don't support is this Piccolo, I think, but this Piccolo doesn't need the support per se, but, you know, with the way this team is set up, I will always have an AoE unit on rotation. Because that's just the one thing, if you build your team with, basically if your team has 3 support units, you can get unlucky and get a rotation where it's just your 3 support units, and then you don't have an AoE on that turn. And yeah, that's like wasted time, and you have to probably waste an item to get through that turn without possibly dying, and you know, nobody wants that, so. Yeah, with this team, I feel like this is like the smoothest and best way to grind this world tournament without, you know, A, using too much brain power, and B, also wasting that many items. And I feel like at the end of the day, with the world tournament, you just mainly want to, you are mainly trying to be better with your time more than anything. Another unit that a lot of people use is this guy as your leader, because he supports as well, but I think like half of his support is only to super types, which is why I personally don't like using him, but that's just me personally. Honestly, if Mid Junior never got released, I probably would never play World Tournament again. He's literally the only reason I play this goddamn Forsaken mode. Can't believe they took Chain Battle before they took this one. Because as much as I hated Chain Battle, like, at least it was pretty fast. You get a bunch of rewards, and it was not easy to understand, but it was fun, like, trying to understand, like, you know, trying to understand what's the best, you know, lineup that you want, what's the best attackers you want. It was fun to try to figure that out, like looking at Twitter threads and, you know, stuff like that. That was fun to do. But like with World Tournament, you just you do the same thing for basically 2 days straight, and then you, like, yeah, you get rewards after this. Not saying you don't get any rewards, but it's just so brain numbing sometimes. That's kind of why I'm like streaming it, to kind of help with how mind numbing this is. But yeah, Mid Junior helps in making this less mind numbing, because it just, you know, you just get a rotation with Mid Junior and you just pop the active and you go about your day. There's also like so much to show, like with this, I mean with this World Tournament, like we have a unit that got Awakened, we have like 4 units that got Easy Aid, and like 2 of them at least are really good, being High School Gohan and funny enough, Mr. Boo, like Fat Boo, he's actually pretty good. So like I gotta make showcases on those guys, and then here in like 3 days, I think, on the 25th, like basically after the World Tournament ends, we get Super Vegeta's Easy A, and then we also have Android 16 and what's her face, the Cell Juniors, which they're all really good. So I gotta make showcase videos on them as well. I would love to like make as many showcase videos on every character, but a lot of times I genuinely just don't have the time, because I kind of work full time. It just, I don't know, I don't think I'm necessarily full time. Like, I'm not working like 40 hours a week, but it just kind of, like, my schedule is all over the place with work. I don't have like a steady schedule. So some days I'm able to get home from work and record, and some days I get home and I cannot record. So it just really depends on the day. And then some days I have, or some days or weeks I kind of have to like hunker down and study, because I'm also in college. So I have to like really study for some of these tests, because some of these tests are straight up BS with how stupid they are. So yeah, that's kind of why sometimes I take like a little mini break where I end up not uploading for a little bit, and it's just because I'm like so caught up with everything else. But whenever I do have free time, I pretty much always use it to record nowadays, because I just see this as a little hobby of mine, something to do to, like, you know, get away from life, get away from responsibilities, all that type of stuff. That's basically why I do YouTube for. Like, thankfully, I guess the World Tournament took place on my day off. What's up, Mystic? How you been, brother? Hope all's going well. Hope I'm not sure if you're grinding the World Tournament as well right now, but I hope this helps you. Yeah, this team moves so much faster with Junior on it. Yeah, I am, but on global. Yeah, I feel like a lot of my viewers, at least a lot of my like subscribers and viewers that watch like pretty much every video, are all like global players, which I guess that's not surprising, because I feel like there's not a lot of people that play GP that are, I guess, I don't know how to say this, like English speaking. I don't know. Which, I mean, it's fair. I feel like some people just don't want to play a version where they can't really understand or read a lot of stuff, and they don't want to use a website to, you know, read characters' kits and stuff like that. But I just mainly did it because I did not, like, basically, so I switched to JP when 3rd anniversary started, and the reason I did that is because I saw the LR Physical Gogeta and LR Invigito releasing, and I was like, wait, when is this coming to global? And then, like, I looked into it, and then everyone was saying, like, oh, it's not coming for like 8 months, and I was like, man, screw that, I'm gonna go play JP. Like, I don't want to wait 8 months or something like that. I was like, I'm good. I want these units now. And that's when the addiction started, kids. That's where it all went downhill. Not really, but, you know, it's funny. I stopped playing Dokkan during the AGL Blue Gogeta and Physical Broly release 5 years ago, and came back 8th anniversary. Well, hey, I mean, you chose a really good time to come back. The 8th anniversary was, I know some people, I feel like, don't regard it as that good of an anniversary, but I had no problem with it. I love, like, the only thing I guess was, like, part 2 was a little bit lackluster, but I'm not like that big of a gripe on it. Yeah, I think, like, I would say, like, every year I have, like, a mini period where I kind of drift away for a bit from Dokkan, like, kind of when the game is dead and stuff like that, but then I come back to it once, like, another celebration starts, pretty much. Like, it's just sometimes these, like, periods and celebrations where it's like you go a week or 2 weeks where the only piece of content is like, oh hey, this burst mode released, that's your content for the week. Like, it's just like, what do you want me to do? Like, I just end up link leveling that week. I don't even do the burst mode. Also, isn't y'all's World Tournament like the entire weekend? Like, I think it's like you guys have like an extra day compared to JP. Which, dude, that sounds That sounds rough. I can barely do this for 2 days, let alone do it for 3. I think also, like, you guys also used to have world tournaments for like a week. Like, they would make them last a whole week. I think. Don't quote me on that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I swear I remember something like that where the world tournament was up for a whole week. I mean, the junior kind of carries, so yeah, yeah. Uh, Basically right there with you. If my junior was not here, I would either barely basically get this done to where, like, I do all the missions and then I'll quit after that, or I might not even do it at all if my junior wasn't here, because without my junior, you have to run like other units where you might have to worry about their key, you have to worry about using ghost ushers every turn. With my junior, it's like, if he's on rotation, you don't even have to think about it. You just flick your finger up, pop the active skill, and boom, it's over. Yeah, usually if I'm not like streaming or something, what I usually do during World Tournament is I either watch YouTube while doing it, or I maybe even watch like a show, like an anime or a movie. I guess let's keep them together. Let's do that. But then again, sometimes I end up putting on I sometimes end up putting on something, and then I end up just turning into just watching it instead of actually playing World Tournament. But which anime? I recently finished up like Jujutsu Kaisen, like all the way through season 2. I need to get back into Demon Slayer because I haven't watched the latest arc, and I also haven't watched the movie that, like, I guess not recently, like it's been a month, but that movie that came out, I haven't watched that movie either. And then after those two, I don't know. I don't know what anime I want to watch after that. There's like a lot that I have in mind, but some of them are like kind of big commitments, and it's like, I don't know if I have time to commit like that. Like, one anime that's always intrigued me is Bleach, because I've had a bunch of friends who have watched it, and then with the recent arc that they had, I keep seeing clips about it, and it looks really good. But I've just personally never watched it, even from when I was a kid. Like, when I was a kid, I mainly watched Dragon Ball. Like, only recently, like 4 or 5 years ago, I watched Naruto all the way. I absolutely loved it. And I honestly I don't know if I'll ever watch One Piece. Maybe at some point. It's just, I don't know. Just something about it kind of doesn't give me like, I'm sure it's a great anime if I just decide to commit and sit down and just binge it, but I've oh, I forgot to use an item there. That could have ended badly, but oh well. You've read the first 3 volumes of Bleach, but I've never gone into the series speech. Yeah, that's kind of another thing with, I feel like, a lot of animes is, some animes you have to kind of like stomach basically like the first couple, you have to stomach like a lot of the first couple episodes or whatever until you get to the good stuff, and then you'll get like hooked on it. But I understand that some people don't really like, if they, like, I'm kind of one of those people where it's like, if you don't hook me within the first like I'll give you like 5 to 10 episodes max. If I'm not hooked by those first 5 to 10 episodes, then I'm most likely not gonna like finish watching it per se. No, let's let Majin Vegeta get an AoE. I haven't AoE'd with him yet. But yeah, that's how I feel about it too. Mystic is just, yeah, that's how I feel about. I'm not sure if you've watched One Piece. Maybe you can tell me more about it, but I feel like that's how I'll be with One Piece. Is like I'll watch the first 10 episodes and I probably still wouldn't care about it. And it's like every time I see someone talking about One Piece, they always say something different, like oh, you just have to watch X amount of episodes, or oh, you just have to get to X arc or X fight. Like, you know, it's always something different. So it just makes me feel like, no, I haven't. It's like 1300. I don't think it's 1300, but it's definitely like, I think it's like at 1100. I think like 1100. I think. I know the manga is like still going, so it will probably get to 1300 episodes before it even ends, which is, you know, crazy to say, but that's actually like probably factual. But yeah, that's kind of why I haven't started watching it, is because of how many episodes it is. But at the same time, it's like I'm kind of hypocritical in that sense, because if you count all Dragon Ball, from like original Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Super, like it is around like, I think 700-ish episodes, I think. And then same goes with Naruto. Like if you count all of the Naruto episodes, not counting Boruto, of course, it's also like in total like 700 something episodes. So like technically me using the excuse of like, oh, it's 1,000 episodes, I can't watch that much, is kind of hypocritical, because like I watched Naruto and Dragon Ball, which are almost 1,000 episodes, almost, not quite, but almost. And I assume there's a good amount of filler in One Piece as well, so like maybe you can just like skip past most of that and then get to the good stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's a good amount of other anime / manga I want to get into. One Piece being so long doesn't make me want to get into it. Yeah, I'm literally right there with you. It's like I look at One Piece, see how long it is, but then it's like I could also just watch, you know, like the newer animes, like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. I know Chainsaw Man's also pretty good. Ooh, actually, I just remembered one anime I really, like, I need to get into is Attack on Titan. Which is, I hate to say it, I have never watched Attack on Titan. I've only seen, like, memes. That's pretty much all I know from the show, is, like, memes. But I've never watched the show. I just remember back, when the manga was, like, reaching the end. Just seeing everybody like freak out on the timeline every time a new chapter dropped or something like that. Those were kind of fun days. Oh yeah, I've never watched the show. I don't know how many episodes it is. I just know it's like 5 seasons, I think. I don't know how many seasons it is, but it's definitely not as long as One Piece. I know that for sure. So that's why I probably want to, or maybe should get into it. Same, but I try to avoid spoilers, but it's kind of hard when it's all over. Yeah, I feel like it's like, with the way social media is nowadays, if you literally, like, you don't even have to like Google an anime. If you just like, I feel like if you just talk about an anime with a friend, whether like it's on a social media platform, you guys like text each other about it, these social media platforms like know, so they start recommending stuff from whatever you were talking about on your feed, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, even YouTube. I feel like does it. So you just like basically accidentally you start getting TikToks or reels about stuff that happens in the anime and you get spoiled. So like I got spoiled. What was it? There was some anime that I got like major spoiled for, and I was so annoyed. I don't recall honestly. I want to say it was Jujutsu Kaisen, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was kind of like Jujutsu Kaisen because I got spoiled on some stuff because I used to only, or like back when I was just watching the anime, I got spoiled about like stuff that happens in the manga and stuff like that, and it just, I was like, damn, well, that's kind of unfortunate now that I know this, even though it's not going to be animated for probably another like 3 years or something. Have you read the JJK manga yet? Yes. Basically, after I finished season 2, I just needed to know what happens. So I read basically all of it, all the way up to where they're at right now. So let's just say I am awaiting very, very patiently for the anime to come back, because there's so much stuff that like when that stuff gets animated, like it will rival I feel like it will rival UI Goku coming out and like breaking anime sites when that stuff gets animated. I'm on like volume 17, but I like collecting manga, so I get them from my local bookstore. Yeah, I low-key have been wanting to go and I think I might start doing that honestly, because like I want to reread the manga again. So I might start just buying, like I'll just go buy a volume every day. Or not every day. Whoa, not every day. Every month. That's what I meant to say. Maybe go buy a volume every month and just read through that volume. I'm not sure what exactly, like where are you at in volume 17 exactly? Like I don't recall the events that are happening in volume 17. Like I think I have a rough idea of where it is, but I'm not quite sure. Maki killed Zen. Oh yeah. Oh dude, when that gets animated, it's going to be so good. That's probably one of my favorite moments from like when I was reading the manga. Like that is one of those moments where I was like in shock. I was like, what am I reading, bro? What is going on? It was like, because I know it was like, it was getting teased in the anime and stuff. Like, because like she's mentioned multiple times that she's gonna be the one that like gets rid of the Zenin clan. But I didn't think she meant it like that. Given that, like, you know, she only did that because, like, you know, they killed her sister and she was rageful and stuff like that. But like, god damn, that was such a good chapter. Especially like the part when like my favorite part is when she finally like emerges and like I forgot his name, but like her dad's name, like there's that little like flash in his eyes where like Toji flashes for a second, and it goes back to Maki because it's like it's implying that like she's basically the new him, or like stronger than him, as strong as him, or like it's just like when that gets animated, ooh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Yeah, it's probably my top 3 panel in JJ. Yeah, I agree. I very, very hardly agree. You are coming up on some really saucy stuff too, so you'll have more panels to add to your collection soon. I think, isn't there only 24, 25 volumes right now? I know one volume is about to release like soon, but not really. I think it was either 25 or 24. That's like the newest one that's coming out. But 24, yeah, I think it's 24 as well. Yeah, Maki, after her like, I don't know what you call it, like transformation, like she technically like fused with Mai. Because like they like what they like shared, they basically like share their powers now. Like regardless, like just basically after that happening, she is hands down like one of my top 3 characters in the show, and I just can't wait to see that form of Maki like animated. I will say though, I can already see all the thirst traps that are gonna come out when she gets animated, because you know. People already make thirst traps about like Mei Mei and what's her name, Yuki, I think. So just wait until Maki gets animated post Shibuya, and all the thirst traps that people will make out of it. That, and like a lot of the animators are kind of like, they go hard with the animations, so it's like I'm sure they're gonna make her look really good, if you know what I mean. Oh, hey, a bonus scheme, more points. Yeah, you know what, honestly, now that we talked about it, I think like maybe even after this stream, I'm gonna go to my local bookstore and just buy the first volume of JJK. And I'm just gonna like start collecting it slowly but surely. Also, I kind of collected Naruto, like not volumes, but the individual chapters for a little while. I was going to like basically buy every single chapter, but I think I just ended up buying like my favorite chapters, and then I just kind of stopped because I realized that buying every single chapter would be A, a little expensive, and B, it would also I wouldn't have space for putting up all those books. Yeah, because I don't really have space. I mean, I guess I could reorganize my room a little bit, and then I could have some space for chapters. I'm still debating if I want to buy, I'm not sure if you play Elden Ring Mystic, but I'm like debating on buying the collector's edition for the DLC to get that like little statue that they give with it. Because that's basically what my room is I have like a lot of collector's edition statues or stuff from video games that I bought the collector's edition for. The only reason I haven't yet is because the Elden Ring collector's edition is like almost $300, I think, like, which is kind of crazy because like pretty much all you get really is the statue itself, so it's like you're not really getting anything else out of it. My friend wants me to get into it, but no, I haven't. I would assume that you haven't played any other Souls games, like Souls games then, if you haven't, played Elden Ring, right? Or have you played, like, other Souls games like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, Sekiro, that type of stuff? Just in case you haven't, like, Elden Ring is going to be like a kind of a weird experience at first. No, I'm more into like Resident Evil and older games. I mean, hey, I can't hit on that. I love all the Resident Evil games. I have a friend that he pretty much got me into them, and I've played mostly all of them. He's way better at them than I am, so it's like it takes me forever to beat them when he knows how to like speedrun these games pretty much, and it's like it's always funny when he just beats the game and I'm still like on the first couple like parts of the game. What other older games are you into? Ow. I smacked my hand on my desk. Damn it. I play Smash Bros. Melee, Mario 64, all that. Older Pokemon games. Ooh. I assume you like emulate those on your like computer, or do you have like a device that can run those? I'm just mainly asking because I think like okay, yeah, cause I figured because a lot of these older Pokemon games, like, they are so inflated in pricing, like I've seen copies of older Pokemon games that are going for like hundreds of dollars for the cartridge for them, which is like insane to think about, because like a lot of people probably like somewhere in their house, like in their basement or their attic, they probably have a lot of those cartridges just sitting there, and the fact that like they can maybe sell them for like $100 is insane. I personally, I guess I'm kind of like a younger person, so I never really got into Pokemon as a kid because, like I think we had a, I forget, I don't know, I don't remember the device, honestly, like I don't remember the name, but we had something where we like played Super Mario on it, like we had a little cartridge for it and stuff, but my first, like that was kind of like a family console that we had, but my first like personal console, my grandpa bought me a PS2, and that's basically when I started playing video games, is with the PS2. So a lot of the games that I played when I was a kid is like God of War is a big one. What's his name? Crash Bandicoot. Basically the GTA games, all that stuff. So it's like I never really played like the really old games per se, and that's when so I basically never, so basically I never got into like Pokemon really. Use Banjo and Smash Bros. Meant some more. Yeah, I agree. I can't remember if I ever played those games back. I would assume I did, because like there wasn't really that many games on the PS2. I mean, like there was, but you know, the main ones is basically. Yeah, like I started playing on the PS2, and then I got an Xbox 360, and that's when I first started playing like online games. Because you know, on the PS2 I used to just play by myself. I don't think online was even a thing on the PS2 anyways, but yeah, so I got 360, and then I just naturally got the Xbox One because all my friends had Xbox. I guess if I had a choice, I probably would have gone to PS4 if I didn't have any friends, but and then now I basically have, since I, you know, back then I was like a kid and I had to ask my parents to buy me it, so it's like I only have one console. But now that I am a irresponsible adult, I have every console. I have a PS5, I have a Series X, I have a Switch, and I have a pretty good gaming PC as well. So I pretty much can play like any game that comes out that I see that is interesting. I can probably go and play it if I wanted to. Whew. Yeah, it's basically the one good thing about having a job, other than it like destroying your sanity, is you get to have your own money, and no one can tell you what to do with your own money. I I feel having a good gaming PC is better than buying a new gen console since they're so overpriced due to their low stock. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had to like, dude, like buying the PS5 because like I bought this PS5 back when it was like really bad. I think it's a little bit better now. I think like it's no longer like, oh hey, it's constantly out of stock and you have to go buy it from like a scalper that oversells it. Like I don't think it's like that anymore, thankfully. But back in the day, like I'd have to like wake up every day, well not every day, basically the days when retailers would put up their stock, they would put them up at like 7 a.m. and basically if you're not awake at 7 a.m. and like prepared to buy one, you're not gonna get one because it like the sales go up at 7 and then by like 7:01 the sales are gone. All the PS5s are gone. But honestly, the main reason I bought a PS5 is for the exclusive games like God of War, Spider-Man, and then whatever they also release in the future. And then I bought the new Xbox just because I have like a few friends that are still only on Xbox, so I didn't want to like lose contact with them or stop playing with them because some games are still not cross-plat and cross-platform, so I can't play with them always from my PC. So I just wanted to have an Xbox in case I wanted to play a certain game with them. But yeah, I definitely agree that nowadays, like, you should definitely focus on getting a really good PC before anything. Because with a PC, you can pretty much play everything. Like, even PlayStation exclusives eventually come to PC, it seems like. Like Spider-Man 2, it just came out on PlayStation. Like, maybe in like 2 or 3 years from now, it'll get released on PC. So it's like, if you can wait for these exclusives to come out, then there's not really a reason for you to buy a PS5 if you can wait. But obviously, if you want to play the exclusives like right away, then yeah, you'd have to buy a PS5 for that. Go to the store to get some stuff. A nice chat with you. Yeah, man. Have a good day. Thanks for swinging by and hanging out. been streaming. Yeah, we've been streaming for an hour. Might do like a couple more runs and then I'll call it quits from here. Oh yeah, I forgot to give. Oh, that's another good thing, is them giving away the characters via the missions. Oh, of course we get this. I hate this map. This map is by far like the worst laid out map. Yeah, I'll probably make this the last run, and then I'll end stream after that. I will see. I guess I'll keep grinding World Tournament for a little bit more, and then I'll probably take a break and record either the ticket summons, or maybe I'll record a quick showcase for, what's his name, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because I have yet to do that. And then I'll go back into the World Tournament grinding. I'll probably stream again tomorrow, just to show off where I'm at, I guess. It kind of depends on how much. I don't know. I always get this like strange drive to like really grind the World Tournament when it first comes out, but then it's like, after doing it for a couple hours, that drive basically completely dies, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I don't want to do this anymore, and I just basically quit. Alright, so it's gonna be the last stage. I'm gonna wrap up the stream after this. Thank you to all you guys that showed up, even just for a little bit, and just chatted for a bit. I hope y'all's World Tournament grind goes well, and don't waste too much of your sanity playing this game out, because honestly, it's really not worth it. After, like, I definitely get all the missions done. I will definitely recommend that. I will never say don't do, like, you definitely want to, I think it's like you gotta get like 30 million to get all the missions done pretty much. So just do that, get all that done, and then after that I would personally say just don't even bother. But if you want to, you want to. That's your personal choice at that point. But I will end stream here, and hopefully I'll be able to get a video later today about I'm thinking SS3 Goku, but we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me, guys. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.